Hey gamers, welcome back. Rick here with Game Trade Media coming to you live from Origins Game Fair 2018 in beautiful Ohio. No, I'm just kidding. We love you guys. We love Ohio. Thank you, Columbus, for allowing everybody to be here this week. I've got Kurt from Smirk&Dagger. However, we're not going to talk about Smirk&Dagger
You're right.
so much
Yeah.
in the beginnings.
Yeah. So this is the show where I'm launching the new imprint of Smirk and Laughter games.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, and for those of you who may not have heard, Smirk&Dagger, obviously for 14 years, nothing but nasty backstabbing games where you curse your friend's name and stab him in the back, right?
Which is amazing.
Which is great. And I love it because it always stirs up the emotions and it creates memorable, experiences at the table. So now Smirk and Laughter is still going to be all emotionally centered gameplay.
Right.
But now there's a whole new palette of colors to paint with.
Right.
So this one is where it's all going to begin. This is Not So Fast. It's a boisterous, smash your knuckles together kind of a party game.
Sure.
And it's a laugh out loud game of hilarious mistakes.
Right.
In this game, it's all about quick reactions.
Okay, which I am lacking because of my size.
Indeed. Well, also we're kind of far away from the components here. But first of all, you'll see that these things are actually really just
they're chunky.
They are gigantic wooden tokens, and we got cashews and walnuts, pistachio, almond, and all of these things are they're made out of wood. They're screen printed. They're gorgeous, and they are just fun to reach out and grab onto
and anybody that might have a peanut allergy should be okay.
No,
with
it's
this?
okay. No peanuts. No, there's no peanuts at all.
Okay,
so
great.
But any nut allergies, of course, you want to be careful.
Yeah, of course, of course.
So in this game, you are flipping 2 cards over from your deck, and you're looking for a trigger event. Anyone is only looking at the active player's cards, and if you see exactly 4 of a matching nut, everyone at the table is going to reach out and grab one of these, right? Except there's one less than the number of players, so somebody's not getting one.
Oh.
And therefore, they take these cards as points against them.
Okay.
Underneath their scorecard.
All right.
Now, that's true of cashews and walnuts, even of pistachios, but there's only one pistachio, so whoever grabs it will decide who takes those points instead.
Ooh, interesting.
And there's also this one lone almond.
Yeah, they're very lonely anyways.
And he looks a little smug, this almond, I have to say.
Yeah.
That's because he's there to mess with your head.
Okay.
Yeah. There are no almonds on any of the cards, curiously, so why would you grab the almond? Well, if you see exactly 7 of a nut, 7 cashews on those cards, don't grab cashews, grab the almond.
Okay.
Or if you see 2 sets of 4 cashews and walnuts, don't grab either of them. Grab the almond.
Okay.
Now, invariably, this means that someone will grab the wrong thing, and when they do, they're going to have to bury 2 off the top as penalty points and that sort of thing. But here's the thing. This is not the very first, quick grab kind of a game, obviously. But what really elevates the party atmosphere of this game is the nutty poses. And that happens when a trigger event happens where it's a number card.
Okay.
As soon as a number card happens, we are no longer reaching for any of these wood tokens. Instead, we're doing the matching nutty pose.
Okay.
So here we've got bunny ears as number 1. So as soon as that hits the table, exactly. Last one up, and I was just behind you.
Yeah, because Not So Fast. I got this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I take all the points because I was last to do it.
All right.
Now, just as your muscle memory kicks in, you're like, okay, we played the whole round, and all right, I might have lost that one because I had a pile of cards that much. You don't want points in this game.
Okay.
But now, next round, all these poses change completely. So I think, oh, 1, I've got it programmed.
Right.
No, now it's here now.
Sure. or something else.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or a kawaii pose. Who knows?
There's a whole bunch of stuff, including one you can create yourself. So
perfect.
It's just a great party game. It's $20. I don't know how we got it in for that price point because with all these components and the nice wood materials, it's just.
And like you said, these are really chunky.
Yeah.
Which gives it the heft. And the artwork is amazing.
Yeah.
And that it's inviting.
Yeah.
And I will tell you that one of my coworkers gave him a copy of this.
Yeah.
I said, hey, you need to play this with your children. And he's like, my daughter has a peanut allergy. I said, she'll be fine. And so they started playing it, and they were upset that they didn't. they had to give it back to me.
Oh, really?
And,
oh, that's great.
Yeah, so I gave it back to him. But kids love it.
I'll give you another one.
Kids love it.
Well, kids love it. I tell you what, adults love it.
Yeah.
Because I've seen just as many
of course,
super crazy adult party sessions of this game as well.
Yeah.
And people can get very aggressive. Like the rules actually say like heavy rings. Watch out for because people get very aggressive.
You don't want to play with one of your sports friends who might just have an NFL Super Bowl ring and he go up here and knock himself out.
Yeah,
I gotta let him know. Hey, chill out with that. All right, not so fast.
Yeah. But yeah, and it's doing amazing here at Origins.
Good.
We are doing demos like crazy, and they're flying off the shelf. So
and that's what you want to see happen when you start a whole new imprint under an already amazing imprint.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's not so fast. Now, one of the things I like about games when I'm out shopping, I guess you would say, is table presence.
Yeah. I
like something that when I walk by it, it stops me. I look at it, and it pulls me in.
Exactly.
I see just over there.
Just over the horizon.
I see something
looming in the distance almost.
that does that for me.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
You got it.
I'll pull this off here.
All right.
Look at this.
All right. That is the Tower of Madness.
It's driving me crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. This is, at its core, a dice game.
Okay.
And this 15-inch three-dimensional clock tower is filled with 40 marbles of different colors.
Okay.
And every side of this is just tentacles. 30 tentacles are coming out of every side, and inside holding up all the marbles. So much like, the childhood game we all know, like Kerplunk, right?
Kerplunk, yeah.
Yeah. But this is a dice game where this is just like adding dramatic tension to the game, much like the Jenga tower in the Dread RPG adds tension to a really cool RPG.
Right.
Same thing here. So you are rolling dice, trying to discover the mysteries of these horrific locations.
Okay.
And you're either going to be the best investigator of that location and get the victory points for that, or you're going to fail. And if you fail, you have to draw from the tower.
Oh.
So out comes one of the tentacles. You're like, what's going to fall? Now, the thing is, well, I didn't put him in there.
Oh,
I cheated. I didn't put him in there. But what's going to happen is that not all the marbles are bad. It's actually not like Kerplunk. You are investigating for a reason.
Sure.
And blue marbles, when they fall, blue marbles are worth 3 victory points, just like some of the locations are, say, worth 6 or 9.
Sure.
So valuable. You start with 2 spell cards.
Okay.
But if you
but
if you ever want more spell cards, there you go. There's a spell card. La la la. All right. If you ever want more spell cards, Forbidden Knowledge has to drop out of this tower in the form of these white marbles.
Ooh.
So if you
ancient forbidden knowledge.
Indeed. So you actually want a controlled fall of marbles.
Right.
So you can get some of the benefits from the tower.
Okay.
But it all comes at a risk.
Sure.
So red marbles are madness.
Okay.
Yes. So if you get 4 of them, you go insane. You don't care about points. You don't care about dice. On your turn, you're now drawing tentacles and playing horrible spells. Trying to get Cthulhu.
Because you've gone crazy.
Right. Trying to get Cthulhu to rise. Now, there are 3 green marbles in the tower. You're halfway there.
Yes.
There are 3 green marbles in the tower, and when the third one drops before the investigators finish all their locations, game over, Cthulhu rises.
And destroys the world.
And that's right.
Okay.
If you're the insane player who caused that to happen, you are raised as the Exalted and win the game for summoning Cthulhu.
Nice.
So you can either win as an insane player, or you can win as an investigator, having been the best investigator and amassed the most forbidden knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's a pretty fast game then.
Yeah, it's about a 30 to 40 minute game.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And how many players total?
3 to 5.
3 to 5.
Yep.
Okay.
And everyone gets like a special ability on their character card. By rolling certain things, you're going to find you're going to be able to draft in different abilities from the table, unnatural influence.
Okay.
And every single location that you visit has a different rolling challenge.
Okay.
So sometimes you might be trying to actually roll to see if you could get additional spells.
Okay.
Or sometimes if you roll double 4s, you fail immediately.
Oh, wow.
So all kinds of different things.
Okay. And you guys are demoing this here at Origins all weekend long?
Well, we're showcasing it.
We're
showcasing it.
Right.
This is it was supposed to actually be here.
Okay.
And saleable. However, it got delayed, and now it's going to be Gen Con.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that happens.
Yep.
So
Indeed.
Gen Con, if you're going to Gen Con, make sure you stop by Smirk&Dagger's booth because, hello.
Yeah, seriously.
It's so good. And now I see you brought one other game.
I did, yeah. If we have time.
And this is a game of beauty.
It is, truly. I'm just about as excited about this one as any of these others, truly. Let me see. Let me just.
I have a feeling that I think Leona, who just handed you that game, this is a game that you enjoy, right, Leona? Mm-hmm. She shook her head yes.
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 Yeah. So this is Before There Were Stars.
Right.
And it is it's the most emotionally rewarding storytelling game I've ever played.
Okay.
In it, you're an ancient lore giver of your people.
Okay.
And so you have these a hand of 12 star-pipped dice, and you roll them to cast the night sky.
Okay.
And then you scan the heavens to see if you see any constellations that night.
Right.
Now, the constellation cards have... La, la, la. There we go. Here's a couple. Where's the camera for that?
All right, so we can put it right here.
Oh, right there? Okay, great. So the constellations, there are 5 in a row out there, and each of them has these little star patterns from the dice.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a skull and a tree, and there's 5 different things, and you're drafting them into your story.
Right.
But now, what's the story you're telling? You're making creation myths.
Okay.
And so the first chapter is in the beginning,
right.
and you've now got these 2 concepts, skull and tree. How did they create the universe? And you tell the story in about a minute.
Right.
And then next round, it's at the dawn of civilization. How did we get here?
Okay.
Finally, a great hero emerges. And then end of days. How does it all wrap up? Is this going to be doom and gloom? Is it going to be really, hopeful?
Forever,
yeah.
Happy forever after type situation.
You actually own the story. No one is taking it off track.
Right.
It's just your story, and you decide all those things.
Mm-hmm.
Now, scoring in this game is interesting. It's one of the reasons why I really enjoy the game, because storytelling games can be hit or miss for me.
Sure.
Unlike a lot of games, you're not scored on who told the funniest joke or who was the best presenter.
Sure.
You're being scored on who had the coolest moment this round. And anyone can have a great moment.
Okay.
Even if you're not comfortable necessarily telling stories or doing improv, all of a sudden you can have something that just kind of connects, and we're like, oh, I love how you put all those things together. That was really cool.
Right.
And you get scored heavy that round.
Right.
So your little offering bag goes around the table, and you put these star-shaped beads in the bag to reward people. But the most important point is the last one. You have 1 bonus point at the end of the game to award for your favorite moment.
Right.
So it might be...
So for this one, if I were to describe this as, let's say, our creation in the beginning, death and life came together, and through their merger, the universe was spawned.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can't have life without death and death without life. Yeah.
That's great.
Right.
Right. That's exactly a great starting story.
In the beginning, this is how it started.
That's right.
Okay.
And so at the end of the game, now I might have said, oh, dude, you know what? I really like how you merged the life and death as this kind of cyclical thing.
Right.
So I want to recognize you for that. But I tell you what, my bonus point, though, is going over here.
All right.
Because when there was those 2 warring giants that were fighting over that one eye, one could look in the past, one could look in the future. That was cool, dude.
Oh.
All right, bonus point for you.
And look what he has done. He has taken that. Actually sounds amazing.
I broke the 4th wall, too.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, so what's great about this is that not only did we hear 6 really cool stories that are very, very different, but no one gets all those points. Everyone gets recognized for something they told. So you just got told someone liked what you created.
Yeah.
So when you get up from this game, you're like this was awesome.
Yeah.
Let's do this again.
Yeah, regardless of where you stood in the point system, you're going to feel good about what you've done, and based on recognition and just being a part of a social event.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's so good. And this was Matt Fantastic had a hand in this?
Yeah. So this is Matt Fantastic and Alex Cutler and Alex Wilkerson.
Okay.
And Jeff Lai was for Not So Fast, and actually the tower was mine. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm working with so many terrific people.
Amazing.
And a lot of talents are coming together. I mean, Lisa Falzon did the art on this box.
I was going to ask, because this artwork is beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
So.
And our upcoming game, Koi, is also another stunner in terms of art. So that's going to be September. We'll talk about that in Gen Con.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
All right. Well, Kurt, thank you so much for coming out. If there is any social media platforms that you think people should be watching and following for you all, which ones would those be?
Really, Facebook is a good one for us. So Smirk&Dagger is how you find us there. But we also have a Twitter, Smirk, spelled out A-N-D, Dagger for Twitter.
Perfect. And just so you guys know, if you are watching this, and you should be, in our big prize pack that we're giving away at gtmgiveaway.com, we already have a copy of Not So Fast that's going to be thrown in there. And if you notice, one of the entry points is subscribing to your Twitter page, so that we can get more people seeing all the cool stuff coming out of your House of Creation. It's amazing. We'd also like to say thank you to Carolina Game Tables for letting us use this amazing, beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, this is their streamer table. So if you are a content creator or someone that wants a live stream, this table is for you.
Oh, it's specially designed just for that, because that's why it's wide like that.
For the angles and get good cross-camera shots. It's
smart.
It's so nice. But if you want to see all the tables that they have available, go to CarolinaGameTables.com or follow them on Facebook or any other social media. They have a lot other amazing tables available, so check that out as well. Again, Kurt, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you.
Smirk&Dagger, a.k.a. Smirk and Laughter, a.k.a. the House of Creation. I'm Rick. This is Game Trade Media. We're live here at Origins, and I will see you at the game store.